Now, Papias says that there was a guy named Mark, and Mark knew the apostle Peter. And without Peter's knowledge or permission, he wrote up a story based on Peter's sermons, and that story became the Gospel according to Mark. This sounds like an amazing external witness to the Gospel according to Mark, right? It's probably just a myth based on internal references to what became the New Testament itself. Papias, or his source, probably read the letter now called 1 Peter, and believing it was actually written by Peter, found an interesting reference to, quote, my son Mark, end quote, in chapter 5, verse 13. He then inferred that Mark was a disciple of Peter, and thus a carrier of the Petrine gospel traditions. There is no tradition that Peter himself wrote a gospel, but there was a tradition, also unconfirmed, that Peter died in Rome. Thus, an ancient author could infer that Peter had a disciple Mark in Rome, and that this Mark wrote up Peter's sermons in a gospel notebook, which would explain why it has a rough character and why it has Latin terminology. Is any of this myth necessarily historical? No. Is it even probable? No.